Hey guys, the new chapter of JoJo Lands just dropped and I read it and we're just gonna talk about it. So this girl, she's all, yo, camera, focus. Focus on me, not the girl. Come on. So this girl, I'm Kate's friend, whatever, she's trying to buy some drugs off your boy, JoJo. He's like, I don't know, Kate. You a cop? And he gives us this whole explanation on passion and stuff like that. It's very I want to say it's cryptic because I had to reread this a couple times just for me completely understand it. It's definitely a in-depth reading, but pretty much it's you don't have the passion for it. You don't seem like you have the passion to want these drugs that I possibly am selling. And he's like, are you a cop? Because I'm getting a cop feeling the way you hold the helmet of your bike and stuff. And he calls her out saying, yo, you're a fucking cop. I ain't talking to no cop. I ain't trying to get arrested like that. And so she's like, she goes on this explanation and it's kind of elaborate. How she just pretty much just if someone is a undercover cop, they have to say that they are a cop. Because justice or whatever. I'm not sure how the justice system works, but you can't lie. When someone asks you, "Are you a cop?" you have to tell the truth. And so she's like, "No, I'm not a cop. I'm just a normal college girl." And I was like, "Okay, Araki, cute little fake out." No, she's a fucking cop because she gets the drugs, and she's like, "On your knees! You're both are under arrest." So what happened to not lying? But actually, I just answered my own question because the not lying part is only one part of it. Now there's evidence that she received drugs from the guy. Then she could it's because it's material evidence. So they it's a whole bust. JoJo's second chapter, he gets fucking well, I'm not sure to check second chapter or what. This is sometime, whenever. I'm not sure if it's before or after that whole chapter 1 of the ordeal. Actually, it actually is after chapter 1 because the police guy that JoJo, the two police guys that he beat up, they're right here. But it's really fucked up because JoJo's second chapter is him almost getting arrested. I say almost because the cop, he was getting a little bit too ahead of himself. That's why how he pissed him off, and he's I'm gonna go back and get your brother too, and he's like. And that's just weird. Why are the police in JoJo weird? How? Look what he said. Oh, how I want to rub my crotch all over you, especially your brother too. And you know what? At that point, it got taken personally because he immediately said, "You know what? I should have just killed you guys. Don't you ever talk about my bro." And then he uses his stand. November rain, which is so fucking beautiful, honestly. It's rain, but then it's punches too. So it destroys the evidence of the drugs that he was selling, and also incapacitates everybody in the area. He's like, those who cannot see it never will. It's raining, and then they're just once again bombarded with rain, and they pretty much just get out of there. And I'm gonna read this one to you, and just hear me out. This is what it says. They have this thing called mental counseling. I didn't want to take it, but there was this psychological test, and it wasn't even free. The doctor who was giving out the test said there's a possibility I have antisocial personality disorder, or psychopathy. Come on, doctor. Antisocial? Hearing that label attached to me, it hurt a bit. It's interesting because this is one of the first JoJo have any kind of openly said mental illness. It doesn't seem like he is. He has friends. He's not antisocial, but he is prone to violence pretty quickly instead of just working out his problems. But yeah, now they go to this Hawaii island. Yeah, we're at the Kona Airport, Hawaii. So they beat up this guy. I forgot his name already because I don't really care about him. I mean, I feel like I will eventually, but it's whatever. They're like, man, you're supposed to be, you're late or whatever. The teacher, the principal, she vouches for the guy, so they go on with the plan anyway. They take this Camaro, super fucking sick, 'cause I love Camaros. And like, Rocky is drawing this shit so fucking peak. This shit is the gassiest thing ever. So they come at the place, they realize that the person living here is home alone. And the person living here has cameras. So the way to fix that is this guy's stand. He wants the camera, and it turned in like it's this little robot toy, wind-up toy thing comes alive out of his hand, and it attaches itself to the camera and it duplicates the camera. Well, he says right here, using an existing thing, it can shapeshift into another thing that someone wants. I wish it worked with the things I want though. So he can just duplicate things if you ask him for it. So he can't do it himself. It's weird, but I get it. But it's still weird. But, as you can see with the bottom left panel, there's two versions now. There's a right camera and there's a left camera. The left camera is the his stand's camera, and the right is the fake. So if they're caught on tape, you can't ID the person because their face is wrong, which is pretty nice if you're trying to rob somebody with cameras on. So they go inside, and you know, guys, I didn't see this coming. I was expecting somebody else from Part 7. I ain't gonna say it. But looking at this guy, I was like, wait a minute. Who the fuck is this? And he's like, he's famous. And I'm like, the guy I'm thinking about isn't famous. He has some books. And I'm like, it could only be one guy. It's AU Rohan Kishibe. Which is fucking dope. Rohan's back. I wonder if he has Heaven's Door still, and I wonder if it works the same. How are they gonna rob Rohan? It's gonna literally like happen like in Part 4 again, where they went in Rohan's house. It's like, hey bro, what you doing in my house for? And he uses the Heaven's Door. Oh man, this I'm actually very excited for this next chapter because I want to see, because they're gonna get caught. They have to get caught, and they have to do like some kind of stand battle with Rohan. But are they gonna, like, is Rohan gonna be a villain? Is Rohan gonna be like an add-on to the group? I don't fucking know. That is where the cliffhanger hangs, and man, that's gas. That is super fucking gas. But yeah, guys, that's the chapter. It's not really a reaction, more like a review reaction-ish, whatever, a little bit of both. And I'll catch you all later. Peace.